Now I'm actually legitimately afraid that this will be able to become its own little mini series. Never mind me just trying to do more speed runs. This might be like the next mini series for me. Never mind also me playing more SMW hacks. This might be like the new thing. Oh, hey there, awesome Yoshi. I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to get in, especially that one guy who wanted me to go and do this in the first place. Hey there, physicist. Alright, you're gonna get your wish. I'm gonna try to not completely lose my shit here. I mean, I'm just looking at the first frame, practically, of part 1, and it's hideous. Yeah, it's really bad. I don't know if I can go through with this one. I'm pretty sure this is going to be worse than the Castlevania videos. The Castlevania 3 videos I did back then, those sucked, but why do I feel like this is only going to be worse? Oh, and that resolution though, look at that. We need Jesus. We need more, not even Jesus could fix this shit. Let's just go. I'm gonna turn this up a bit. And these are two original characters, by the way. I'll turn it up a bit more. Not even God himself can. No, a little bit more. Wait, was it... Wow, was it really this quiet? Well, my Castlevania 3 videos were way louder than this. Okay, this was December 2011. Maybe within like those 5 months, I figured out how to fix my microphone quality. You can't hear anything? I barely can, and the volume's maxed. Or I could turn this up. This might be my only other option, to just turn this up and just not speak much, or speak quietly. Okay, this is gonna be good enough. Clio and Dakir fan art when? You still haven't edited this yet. There was supposed to be a story behind this, but I'm not going to be able to take this seriously, though. Yup, this was done in paint. What was I thinking with this script writing, though? Who can endure the most torture? What the fuck was I thinking? That lip syncing, though. I'm tempted to remake this just to see how much better it could be. But it's still probably going to be bad. But still probably better than what you're seeing now. Yeah, just go and play a real game of Magic. It's gonna go way better than this. Even if you get stuck playing against some SJW, you're still probably gonna have a better time than like watching this video. No, but these were like really terrible ones. This was like, I did not know what the hell I was doing back then. I didn't care nor know what I was doing. Let the duel begin! I did go through a little bit of effort just to put all the cards on screen manually. Like these individual cards, I just copied these little pictures of cards onto the background. Then I'd have to remove them, move them from one part of the screen to the next. All this was done in Microsoft Paint. It took a while to make this, but no, it really wasn't worth it.
Huh, this looks like a very nice opening hand.
Wait, is that like a forest from... It looks like a forest from Beta, wow. Those certainly got expensive.
Keep it. Okay, what the hell just happened here?
A few seconds later, when the actor had a real opening hand.
What happened here?
I think that was like the Google Translate voice I used to have that text be read.
Few seconds later, when the actor had a real opening hand.
This is more like it.
There are some good cards in that hand, it's just the video quality though.
I'm going to start this.
Verdant Catacombs, Green Sun Zenith, good cards.
A plane. I will then tap this play's cast. Savannah Lions.
Savannah Lions!
I will then end the turn.
Yeah, back in the days when like a 2-1 was like a huge deal for 1 mana.
I tap it and pay 1 life to sacrifice it to search for either a swamp or a forest. I will pick to put out the swamp.
And not like a swamp forest?
To play my instant. Disfigure! Now, one of your creatures will be getting a -2 boost. I'll put it straight onto your Savannah Lions. With its power of 0 and a toughness of 0, it will now die. Fine then, Dakir. I'll draw and tap the planes that I have to cast from my hand. Abu Jafar!
If Abu dies in combat, the creatures blocked or blocked by Abu also die and can't regenerate.
This could have worked, potentially, if I just actually knew what I was doing and had access to better tools, but as you can see, neither of those happened.
I then end the turn. You go again, Clio. I draw. Play a forest. Tap that along with the planes to cast. Watch Wolf. Turn end. Clio. I draw. Then cast a giant growth that just drew right onto my Llanowar Dead. And now, since it has a power of 5 and a toughness of 5, it will attack.
Oh no.
What will you do, Clio?
What, really? Did I not try hard enough to just remove, like, the excess light brown around this super-sized Llanowar Dead here? Like, that doesn't even match with the background at all. Like, I just left it like this. The voice acting is why I force you to watch this. I literally just left it like this and said, fuck it, let's just keep going.
I choose not to block, knowing that this boost is only temporary. I see. You'll be taking 5 damage.
And, well, looks a bit better, but it still looks bad. I was dreading this.
Yeah, it did.
Oh! Those screams, though.
Why am I bleeding? That's usually just what happens when you get stabbed for something that's worth 5 damage. Yeah, that's a quarter of your life gone right there. But now this is inappropriate for all the little kids. Besides, it's your turn next.
I am so sorry, everybody.
Alright, now I draw. And then
I didn't want to bring this up, but Fitz just insisted.
I'll tap this and the previous 2 to cast an aura known as Squirrel Nest. This attaches itself to a land.
I literally annotated the 15 life because I forgot to actually change this specific picture to put the 15 life instead of the 20, so I literally annotated that in. Oh no. It's coming again. These people are these people are literally trying to murder each other, and I'm just laughing my ass off over it because, well, this quality though is just so bad.
Right now, you haven't seen what I can really do. Just wait a few turns, and then you'll be begging for mercy before me.
You'll be begging for mercy before me. I'm the one who's probably going to be begging for mercy by the end of this. Okay, I think I need to turn this up a bit more again.
I would be getting even with you in the last episode.
Physicist request for me to just rewatch my old videos again.
To make this a reality.
And when was this one uploaded? That probably took me a... Wait. I uploaded the first one in December 2011, and this one's February 2012. Did it seriously take me 2 months to just go and do all this? For 7 minutes of MS Paint quality animation and literally just me trying to force like a different voice for deck here than I had for Clio.
And play the force. Top these 3 lands to cast my green sun zenith.
I'm wondering when we're gonna see Clio and Dakir fan art.
Would cost X or less. Since X is 2, I can pull out Harabaz Druid.
Maybe I'm gonna actually no, I'm gonna leave it like this volume.
I draw and then play my 4th land. And now, what book will be attacking again? Dakir, what are you going to do? I think Landward Dead is going to be able to block this one. That way I won't have to take the 3 damage. Watch as these creatures battle it out. You'll see the Landward Dead is going to die right about now.
And you can clearly hear that static.
Since Wolf took only 3 damage, it didn't take enough damage to die, and at the end of the turn, it regenerates back to full health.
Yeah. Even back then.
A second Harabaz Druid. I'm going to
God, the static though.
put that into play right now.
I think it gets better later in the video though.
I draw to play Sun Petal Grove. And
Yeah, it
now,
got better alright.
will be attacking again. What will you do, Dakir? Knowing that my Harabaz Druids will be very powerful when they're together, I choose not to block. You'll be taking 3
Oh no. No. Please don't.
Switch for...
Don't scream.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I draw, and now it's the time to play one of my best cards.
One of your best?
Harabaz Druids, I can tap each for 2 mana of any color, since I have 2 allies.
I mean, Broodmate Dragon's like pretty cool card, but there's better out there, of course. Yeah, in case you're wondering, this is essentially make X mana of any one color, where X is the number of allies you control. Each of these are an ally. He chooses to make like 2 black, 2 red. And then there's just 1 green and 1 green from each of the forests, and now he can cast Broodmate. Almost all of them are.
This creature can't be blocked except by creatures with
That resolution, though.
When Broodmate Dragon comes into play, put a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying into play.
The Google Translate lady just explaining what the cards do.
Now he's facing 2 dragons all at the same time. Oh, crap. Sadly, my dragons are affected by summoning sickness, so I must end this turn.
And the static's coming back.
I must now pray that I get the right card, knowing that Dakir has 2 powerful dragons. I draw. Nope, nothing. It's your turn, Dakir.
Shit. This is gonna hurt. Both for Clio and for me.
After I draw, both my Broodmate Dragons attack and go unlocked since they fly. You'll be taking 8 damage right here, and I'm sure that you can't afford another turn of this.
The most.
Yeah, that's a very
Holy fuck! I went overkill with the blood here. I'm sorry.
not let a bastard like you continue existence. Once
I went
get
overkill. I'm sorry.
rid of you for good. You obviously know all that about me.
Those screams don't match up with what actually happened to the guy, though. Ah!
I guess this is it.
They were.
So I draw. There we go. This is
Play
exactly
board
what
wipe
I
now.
needed. Now I'm going to tap 4 lands, 2 of which are plains, to cast Day of Judgment. Now, every creature...
Look what I did for like the board wipe here.
Say goodbye to your 2 Broodmate Dragons, but I'll be losing an Abu Jafar, a Blotch Wolf. But that doesn't matter.
I literally just repeated like yellow and white solid color, and then that's what I did to like do like the Day of Judgment
I'm
effect.
not gonna let you take me down. Never. It's your turn now anyway.
Turn now anyway.
To know that all my creatures are gone, but let's continue. I draw.
I'm more infuriated by the video quality
There's a swamp.
and the fact that I'm being forced to rewatch this.
Cast Insect Invaders.
Oh, a card I created
Don't
a
think
long
I've ever
time
seen
ago.
that card before. You haven't. It's a very recent release. From where? Sorry, Clio. I don't leak.
A card I created
This
a long
spell,
time
when I
ago.
play, I may abduct the top card of your deck and cast it as if it were my spell immediately if it has a converted mana cost lower than that of Insect Invaders. I'm going to try to abduct your card. Well, here's a pacifism, and since there's only one creature in play, you have to attach it to your Insect Invaders, so now they're not able to attack or block.
I'll admit, that was kind of silly.
It's your turn again. To cast a spell I just drew, I'll tap 4 lands, 2 of which are green. Come on, Imperiosaur! You see, this thing has a very low mana cost and a very high power and toughness, but the drawback is, you can only spend mana that's produced by basic lands.
Which he did, by the way.
As it came into play this
2 forests, 2 plains, a Sun Grove. He couldn't use that to cast Imperiosaur.
I draw, then tap 2 lands to cast Doomblade, which will destroy your Imperiosaur. Oh no, my creature is gone.
Rip.
Wait a second. Something in my hand. Rebuff.
Counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. So he could have just cast that for the 1 white he had left over to save his creature.
Oh, I could have actually saved my creature to Kier. Too late, Clio. Oh, great. How come we didn't notice? You got as much skill as Mike frickin' Lopez. It's even more embarrassing.
I'll admit, this was kind of clever. You got as much skill as Mike frickin' Lopez. And this is gonna warrant an explanation of its own. There was this YouTube channel called Expert Village. Pretty much like sort of how-to channel. There was like also a series of how-to for Magic the Gathering videos. And one of the people they had to host this series was Mike Lopez, who quite frequently would just mix up his facts, explain cards wrong. Most notoriously, he would figure out how to fuck up the explanation on something as simple as cancel, which is like 3 words long. Counter target spell. And he'd proceed to say you can't counter the counter spell, even though that's false.
Hi, I'm Mike Lopez with Expert Village, and today we'll be discussing the blue cards from the blue block of Magic the Gathering. And here we're going to discuss Cancel. Cancel, as you can see, it's a blue spell. It's what we call a utility spell. This is the ultimate utility spell for the blue deck.
The ultimate utility spell.
We have these in there regardless.
Wait, doesn't he say that counterspell was better, but they needed to balance it, so they made it cost 1 more, so it's not the ultimate utility spell? Doesn't he kind of contradict himself on that, though?
Counter target.
Run 4.
That's right. Counters target.
There are better options out there.
The counter spell does not go away, does not come off the stack. This is one of the most powerful blue cards out there, and it's cheap, it's easy to use, and it only costs you 20-25 cents or $1 for 4.
Clio, before I end my turn, about your family. They were killed. I wasn't the one who started the war. Well, wait, what do you mean? I'll tell you everything in the next episode.
But there is no next episode, so I'll have to tell you it now, what I was going to come up with here. So Dakir is like a dark elf. Clio's family had waged a war on the Dark Elves, which his family started the war. They got killed by the Dark Elves trying to defend themselves, and Dakir's trying to exact vengeance on Clio for this war his family started. Well, his parents specifically. And then the duel would actually end with Clio winning using an infinite combo with the squirrel nest that's already on his side of the field and an enchantment called Earthcraft. Which, I'll just get that up on screen real quick. This card, Earthcraft, right here. Tap an untap creature you control to untap target basic land. So essentially what he was going to do to win the game was just play this down, create a squirrel token with a squirrel nest, then tap the squirrel token down to untap the land that he had the squirrel nest on, then tap that back down to create another squirrel token, which he would then tap to untap his land, and create as many squirrel tokens as he wanted to, and then would proceed to win the turn immediately after. And this never really continued past this point because, well, it was just too much work for me. By the way, that is 60 bucks. Yeah, Magic is getting expensive these days. That plus, there are more crazy combos out there than just simple Squirrel Nest and Earthcraft. I mean, considering how many more years it's been since I made this video, of course more combos are bound to come out. Like, if I ever did make a deck tech for my Thrasios and Tymna deck, you'll see some pretty crazy shit going on in there. And yes, you can have two commanders of both have partner, by the way. This is like an official ruling. And I do feel like this is pretty nuts to have like two commanders. It's essentially like starting with an extra card in your hand. But of course, that would be like for another video if any of you ever want to see it. Ton of infinite combos in here. And if it's not that that's going to win me the game, it's perhaps going to be something like Winter Orb-like effects, or things that just lock down the board. Mainly because I have creatures that can just play around like tapping down everyone's lands. Right, so unfortunately for you guys, for Physicist, that was it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Physicist wants more of this, but I don't. In fact, I wasn't even so sure I wanted to go through with this in the first place, because looking at that title card, though, for the first one, like, holy shit, this is going to be bad. So yeah, thanks for watching, and no, it never got continued, thankfully.